Hello friends, so today's video is going to be the Unpopular Opinions tag, and I'm joined by my husband Sean. He's actually going to be reading off the questions to me, and then we're going to swap, and he'll be sitting here and I'll ask the exact same questions to him, because if you don't know, Sean is also a very big reader.
And hello, I'm here. She's not talking to nobody. I won't do that for everyone, sorry. Number 1, a popular book or series you did not like.
I recently read Song of Achilles, and I don't know if it's just because it's a slightly older mythology retelling, and since then we've gotten so many, and I have picked up newer ones before Song of Achilles. I also recently read Kaikei. I thought that one was fantastic, so I don't know if it's just that since it's come out, I've read things and then gone back and read that, but I thought there wasn't as much depth as I would have liked. The things that were changed from the original versus what was kept kind of confused me, and I did like the writing style, but I basically liked nothing else. All right, a popular book or series that you have no love for.
I do not like Leviathan Wakes.
I like how you looked right into the camera.
Right into the camera. I think it's not even that I just didn't care for it. I actually think it's bad. How can you ruin, detective in space? I was really excited for a detective in space on an asteroid, and it's bad. Number 2, a popular book or series that everyone else hates that you love. Everyone else.
Nobody else likes it but me.
You're the only person in the world who likes this.
So obviously that's not the situation.
That's what it says.
So I find a lot of my friends here on BookTube don't particularly care for Shades of Magic. This is a really popular series, and it is obviously very well loved by a lot of people, but when it comes to some of my friends and the people that I tend to have similar tastes with, a lot of them don't like Shades of Magic for various different reasons. And I like Shades of Magic. I like a lot of V.E. Schwab's works. Popular book or series everyone else hates that you love.
I don't know the answer for this because I have such a great taste. I don't...
Wow.
I mean, actually, I think this is getting way too specific probably, but I like Don DeLillo a lot, and I think people don't like white noise. Like, some Don DeLillo fans don't like white noise, and white noise is my favorite. Number 3, a love triangle where they ended up with the person you didn't like, or an
OTP.
OTP you don't like. Is that a one true pizza? Is it one true something, right?
Pairing.
Oh.
Yeah, so just basically a couple. I knew you weren't going to know what that was.
I did not.
Okay, this is mild spoilers for this series, so I'm going to put up spoilers, and then you can skip ahead to when I'm no longer talking about it. But in the Stormlight Archive, I just can't stand Shalon and Adolin. I know some people think they're really, really cute. I know some people absolutely love their relationship. I find their relationship to be really shallow. I get that there is some depth to it later in the series, but I just feel like the work that it took to get to that point, we kind of skipped over it because at some point there is a time skip. A love triangle where the person ended up with someone you don't like, or just a couple that you don't like. We're going to call it a love triangle, but it's not two love interests. It's in Spider-Man. Spoilers for...
Oh, yeah. Spoilers for a old comic book at this point, like a 10-year-old comic book or more. So, story time. So, in the Spider-Man series, Spider-Man event, One More Day. If you want to go back and read One More Day, spoilers for One More Day. Actually, specifically, I'm sorry. It's in the series Back in Black. One More Day follows. Pardon me. So in the series Back in Black, Aunt May is shot by an assassin. The bullet was meant for Peter. Gasp. And Aunt May is in the hospital and she's dying. And Back in Black is Peter getting real mad, putting on the black costume and beating up the Kingpin while he's in jail. And then he says, if Aunt May dies, I'm going to come back and kill you. And you're like, wow, this is intense for Spider-Man. I really like this. So then we go to the One More Day storyline, where Spider-Man, and I don't remember how this arrangement happens, but he deals with the demon Mephisto, always a great idea. And the deal is that he will save Aunt May's life with the cost of Peter losing MJ. And they're married at this point. And he and MJ talk it over, and they're like, yeah, it's a really good idea. We'll find each other again. And it was stupid. And basically, they, like, what was also irritating about it was I get they were trying to reset Spider-Man to a point because they're like, it's kind of weird having Peter be a family man. We want to go back to him being young and reckless. But he's still the same age. But then, like, after One More Day, they make him act like a teenager, basically, again. And you're like, he didn't go back in time. Like, he's still, like, 30-something years old. There's a younger vibe after that moment, and I thought it was dumb. The end. I think that's a popular opinion, though. Among Spider-Man fans, nobody liked any of that. So, I don't know if that's an unpopular
Well,
opinion,
it's just
though.
a love triangle where you don't like who they ended up with.
Okay.
So, in this instance...
He ended up with Aunt May. All right, number 4. A popular book genre you hardly reach for.
Horror, I would say.
That's a
I'm
point.
too wimpy. And I am wanting to pick up Helm of Midnight. I've heard that one is doable. But for the most part, I just get scared too easily.
I guess romance is my default answer. I don't read
You also
romance
don't
books.
read horror either.
That's true. I also don't read horror.
Because you're also a wimp.
That's true.
Yeah, we're both wimpy people. Give us puppies and polar bears and
Oh, I like
leopards.
polar bears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 5, a popular or beloved character you don't like.
Hilo from Jade City.
Why is that?
He's so annoying. He's such a hothead. And so many people love him for various different reasons. Some people find that he has a lot of depth. They like how he is so protective of his family and yet is willing to do such terrible things on their behalf. A lot of people love it. A lot of people like how he treats his girlfriend. I like none of it. A popular or beloved character you don't like.
All right.
Oh no, I know what you're gonna say.
I despise with a burning passion 2 characters, and they're both from the same series. And I don't even care how you pronounce their dumb names. There's Luffy/Luffy, however you want to say it, and Usopp. Is that the other one in One Piece? They're both terrible. I actively rooted for Usopp to die, and I was like, is he a permanent character? And then he was, and I was like, can we kill him off yet? Luffy, one of his finest moments is they're in a desert, and this isn't even a spoiler because he's a complete dum-dum. But they're in the desert, and they're all like, wow, we need to conserve our water. And then they look over, and he's like, drank all of the water, and he's like, oh, sorry, guy. And he doesn't even apologize. He doesn't, I don't think he even registers that, hey, maybe don't drink all the water because we're in a desert. The power of friendship doesn't make water. It doesn't make water. Bring on the hate. I don't like them at all. I will never like them. If you comment that Usopp died, though, I will skip ahead to that volume and read that. I will totally find that volume and buy it because that's the best volume of the series. All right, let's move on. Very good, very good. Number 6. A popular author you can't seem to get into.
So I've only tried one book by this author, and that would be Andy Weir. I didn't care for The Martian. I found the main character quite obnoxious, and I thought that for how high stakes the story was, I never felt like it was particularly high stakes. So I didn't love that one, but I still wanted to maybe give Andy Weir another try. And then, so I was looking into Project Hail Mary, and some of the reviews I've seen of it, it just sounds like it's gonna be everything I didn't like about The Martian. And I've watched some pretty in-depth reviews, and I've read through reviews, and I'm like, I don't think that one's gonna be for me either. So maybe in the future he'll have another book that I can give a try, but as of right now, I know there is another one too, Artemis, what is it called? Not Artemis Fowl. No.
Isn't it just Artemis?
Is it? There's another one. Maybe I'll check that one out because it seems like people who love Project Hail Mary and love The Martian don't like that one. So it would be kind of funny if I picked that one up and ended up enjoying it. A popular author you can't seem to get into.
There's a comic book writer, a fine writer, that I think lots of people enjoy. His name is Mark Waid. He wrote Kingdom Come. I didn't really like Kingdom Come. I thought it was just okay, and apparently that's some of his best. So I've never been like really invested in reading more Mark Waid. Like I read a lot of Irredeemable, which is a indie series he did, and I liked Irredeemable enough. But again, I'm not a Mark Waid fanboy by any means. But I feel like he does have a following. So I think that's my answer. Mark Waid. All right, number 7, a popular trope you're tired of seeing.
I'm pretty over fated lovers. I mean, there's all the basic answers like the not like other girls, not like other boys, or miscommunication. I think all of us are pretty tired of that, but I also think that that's not as common now because I think people, even authors, are tired of it. But fated lovers still seems very in, and I don't like fated lovers because I like having a choice in the relationships, and I feel like fated lovers, it takes all of it out. I don't know. I don't think it's romantic. I don't think it's sweet. Like organic relationship development and building, not this, why do I feel so drawn to this person? And then you find out it's because we're mates. And I'm like, ugh, that word already applied to human beings is gross to me. I'm like, well, penguins. If you call them mates, it's cute. When you call wolves mates, I'm like, all right, that's fine. They're animals. But humans, it's gross. I don't like it.
So I think this is definitely more of a literary fiction thing, but the college campus novel or like the college professor novel has been overdone. And I know I mentioned White Noise earlier, and that's a college professor novel, and it's great. Number 8, a popular series you have no interest in reading.
So I used to have interest in reading Berserk because I think that the story sounds really good, and I've heard that there's so much depth to the characters, their relationships, even just the way that they look at each other because it is a manga. The art style is beautiful, but there's just a little too much sexual assault in that series, and too much for me. I don't think I could handle seeing it so many times because it does happen a number of times, and I have looked into it. And I understand having that kind of content in stories because it does happen to people. It is a real thing that people go through. So I'm not against it being there. It's just the amount that it's there and the amount of art that is used to show it, I think is just, I might just be a little too uncomfortable. Sorry, Berserk fans.
Hey, don't say you're sorry. This is the Unpopular Opinions tag.
That's what people are
here. Where you share your unpopular. I'm not going to apologize for anything.
I was about to say I'm sorry. I was about to be like, I'm sorry, okay, I won't. Popular series you have no interest in reading.
A popular series I have no interest in reading.
Any fantasy series that is over 3 books long.
Yes. Keep on like the manga thing. I'm already in enough trouble, but I don't have much interest in reading like Dragon Ball or Naruto. I watched Dragon Ball growing up, so I'm familiar with that. Number 9, an adaptation that you prefer over the books.
Witcher.
Really?
Not the Netflix adaptation. I think.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I was like,
everybody
what?
knows I don't prefer. No, so I think the original true form of this question was a movie or TV show, and I took that part out. So Sean just read what I had written down, but that's because I wanted to include video games, and I think that The Wild Hunt, I love it. It's my favorite form of Witcher. I just think the whole concept of a monster hunter lends itself really well to a video game, but all the side quests have so much depth to them. On top of depth is like the word of the day. I feel like, sorry, better vocabulary next time. But I just think there's so much to even just the side quests beyond just the main quest. Because normally in this style of video games, side quests are obnoxious. You know, in the Final Fantasy VII remake, it's like, go find the cats. And you're like, oh, why? I have to find all these kittens in this busy city. But in this one, there's all these really sad, here's this werewolf that killed this person, and then you find the werewolf, and it turns out that it was just, there's actually this whole other plot line that you were like, what? Oh, I thought I was just gonna go kill a werewolf. And then you're like, well, this is sad. And then sometimes you're like, do I kill all these kids or do I kill this town? And you have to make these really hard, difficult decisions. So yeah, Witcher. I don't think I sold it very well. Basically it was, do you like when things are sad?
That sells it for me. So I think I'm actually gonna go with Dune. I really enjoyed the Dune movie. I somewhat enjoyed the Dune book.
I thought you were gonna say Lord of the Rings.
I thought you thought I was gonna say Lord of the Rings, so I switched it up. But I really liked the Dune movie. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
and I look
good.
forward to the second Dune
You know
movie.
what? I agree with your answer, since technically this was supposed to be, I think, a movie or a TV show instead of a video
Oh, you're
game.
copying my answer?
Yeah, I'm gonna copy your answer. I'm gonna say Dune also, because I didn't even like the book as much as you liked the book.
And you liked the movie.
And I did like the movie, correct, yeah.
And I do like Lord of the Rings movies quite a bit. I've only read through the books once, and that was long ago. But movies are great.
Close it out for us.
Thank you for watching. Please don't unsubscribe because I understand Luffy and Usopp better. And
oh my gosh, you're making it worse.
and we will see you in the next video.
I thought you would say don't unsubscribe because she's not the one.
That's true. These are my opinions. Don't punish her.
But I am giving you the spotlight.
That's true. I am.
And then I'm laughing,
I have the platform.
I'm laughing in the corner. So
we'll see you next time as the world turns. Good night.